Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I am here, back in Eclipse for the tutorial. We are going to be working on GUIs today, like I said in the last video. And let's begin. First of all, what you're going to want to do is make a new package. And I'm just going to call it GUI. Add a new class. I'm going to call it example GUI. Okay. Now there are several ways to make this work. Quite a few. And one of the ones I like to use is I make the GUI in its own method. You don't have to, but I like to do that, so that's what I do. So I'm just gonna do a public void. I don't want it to be the same name as the class. EX GUI, like that. And okay. Player P. So we need to import the player. So public the method exGUI with the parameter of a player. Okay, save that. And then now that we have this method, we need to make the GUI. So we do inventory if I can spell, inventory equals new equals bucket dot create inventory. Now, let me just take a second here to show you this. These are the parameters of the create inventory. You got the inventory holder, so what the inventory belongs to. You got inventory types, you got the size, title, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to type it out. Inventory. I'm just going to import this real quickly. And then null. So that it's asking who's the owner. We want nobody to be the owner, so we're going to put null. How big we want it to be. So these goes in 9. So inventory is going in rows of 9. So 9 would just be one row. And so if you wanted like 2 rows, you'd do 18. Or you could do it the simple way and just multiply it by 2. This whole multiplying is useful if you are making something that needs to be expanded. And then we got the title. And it could just be a string. Chat color.clean plus wow. There we go. My example GUI. And there we go. You can also do inventory types, but I'm just going to make a normal one for this tutorial. And then so creating the inventory is done. What we need to do now is make the items that go into the inventory. So I can just do okay. Let's make something click. Okay, I got this. Item stack. Like in the last tutorial we did. So item equals new item stack. Material dot diamond, and let's do 5. Now we just need to import item stack. Item meta equals item dot get item meta, and then item meta that set display name blue, send click to send a message, and so I'm just going through this quickly since I did go over how to do this in the last tutorial. I don't want to bore anybody with doing this again, so I'm just gonna go through this string add. Why not? Long import util, and then we're going to say send a message to yourself. Okay, and all we have to do is add the lore now. Or item dot set item meta. There we go. We made ourselves an item. So let's space this out. So this create inventory creates item, and now what we need to do is add the item to the inventory. So like I did in the last tutorial, you do inv dot, and you can do add item or set item. I'm just gonna do set item. The number it's gonna go in, so do 4, and then we need to put in the item stack. So that's item. Okay, now one final thing is we should open the inventory for the player. So open inventory inv. And like I said before, there are multiple ways of making inventories. You don't have to do this. This is just how I do it. And so now we have the inventory created. So here is our brand new inventory. Now we need to, you know, make it clickable, make people be able to interact with it. So to do this, we first need to implement something. So implement listener. And if you notice, this would be exactly like on join event here. Implement listener, and it will have the same exact event handler. So let's take a look at this here. So public void on click play inventory click event e. Let's just import that. And now one important thing you cannot forget is at event handler, and we'll need to import it. If you forget this, it won't work, and it sometimes takes a long time to just figure out that you're just missing this. Okay, and then now what we need to do is we need to check to see what inventory it is, because right now it's filing whenever we click an inventory. Our creative inventory, survivor inventory, other plugins. We need to check to see if it's all inventory. So to do that, we do if e dot get inventory dot get name dot you can do dot contains, but I'm just gonna do dot equals, and now we want to copy this exact thing right here. Okay, and there we go. So e.get inventory, and it basically checks to see if this is our inventory. Now we could do this, but I'm just going to put return. Okay, so now it's saying if the inventory name is green and my example GUI, like it is up here, then it will return and nothing happens. We don't want this. what we want is it for the opposite to happen. So we put that exclamation point. And now the opposite. So if the name does not equal green and my example GUI, it returns. Okay, so that's a nice safety check. Another thing, if you didn't know, you can put if statement. So when this if statement is triggered, it does return, but nothing else below it would be triggered. So we need to get the player now. Let's do it down here. Player p equals e dot get who clicked. Now you're gonna have to cast this to player because it's a human entity right now. So we just do player like that, and it works. It should always be a player because mobs or the console can't click inventories. So we don't have to worry about, you know, checking to see is it a player, because it usually is. Now the next thing we want to do is cancel the event. So e dot set canceled true. And what this does is it makes it to where the player can't move any of the items in the inventory. So we always want that. And then we want to do if e dot get current item, and if it equals null, and then we want to check to see if the item has item meta. So or if e dot get current item dot has item meta, and like before, this is checking to see if the item has item meta. Instead, we just want to see if it does not have it. And then you can also check to see if it's AO, just for safety. Okay, let's add that back in. Equals material.AO. You can also check that, but you don't need to. Type. Okay. So the item gives you the item stack. If you want to see if it's a material, you got to do .get type. And if I do dot here, you can see let's do it right here. So you can see everything you can get, and we just want to get type. Okay, and then we're going to close the inventory. Close inventory. And then we're going to return. Wow, that was a great spelling. Okay. Okay, and now what we want to do is check to see what item we clicked. So we're going to do, and just for simplicity, I'm going to do item stack. Item equals e.get current item. That way I don't have to go through and do e.get current item every time I want to get the item stack. So then I'm going to do if item.get item meta.get display name dot equals, and then we're going to want the display name, so let's copy this over like that, and there we go. So now if we click our blue item here, we want to send a message. So we're going to do p.send message color.blue. You clicked the diamond. And I'm just going to close the inventory again. So p.close inventory. And I'm just going to return. It's not needed, but I'll just do it. And that's it for event. So we gotta move on. So now we have this great inventory here, but we can't use it. How are we supposed to open the inventory? So to do that, we need to make a command. And to make a command, we just make a new class. And I'm just gonna implement command executable. I'm gonna call it example GUI command. Okay, and then I can just change all of this. CMD S augs, and then if sender instance of player and I want to see if it's not sender.send message. Only players can one. Yeah, let's do execute. And return true. Okay. And then we gotta get the player. So player p equals player sender. Okay. So I'm sorry I went a little fast there. You should already know how to make commands. So I'm just going fast to this one. That way we can get to the testing faster. And tutorial.gui. Yeah, check color.red plus you do not have permission for this command, and return true. Okay, and then we just do p dot. No, what we need to do is reference our example GUI. Example GUI, and we need to import it, and we're gonna just do exGUI dot exGUI player p, and there we go. It's done. Our command is complete. Now I went through that really fast, so let's go back through and review. I checked first to see if the sender is a player. I then got the player from the sender. I checked to see if the player has permission. And then, this is the new part. I got the example GUI in a constructor, and then exGUI.exGUI. I named it the same thing on accident, but it's fine. Okay, so now that we have everything, if we try to load it, it won't work at all. None of the new things that we added will work. And there was one reason why. Well, two, but we have to add it to our load method. So let's get the command here. Let's call it exGUI, and then example GUI command. Let's fix that spelling. There we go. And one more thing, we need to add the listener, because if you remember, if we go to our example GUI, we have a listener here. So we need to make sure it's called. So we go to example GUI, and we import it. And there we go. There's one more thing we need to do, and that is to open this. So this is all thing. Plug in that YML. There we go. Change this. Okay. So now we need to add a new command. And let's call it exGUI and example GUI, EGUI, etc. And we can do open our first GUI. And just like that, we made our first GUI. Let's close this. No thanks, Eclipse. So now this is done. And oh, you may be wondering this. What is this here? Don't worry about that. That's not important. I forgot when I put that in there, but it's not needed. That's for a future tutorial. Same with this file here. You do not need that there. Okay. Item command. Oh, that's right. Okay. So, it's time to test. I will see you guys in our test server. So, see you then. Bye. For now. Okay, everybody, welcome back. And, so it's time to see if our plugin works. So, slash help. That's help tutorial 5 and exGUI. And look at that, it opens our custom GUI, my example GUI. Here's this. You click the diamond. Everything works as expected. 100% working. So, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. In the next one, I will be working on configuration files and how to store data. So, look forward to that. See you guys later. Bye.